Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final episode of Smackdown for WWE Smackdown vs. Raw 2008 General Manager Mode. My name is BrendenPlayz. That's right, final Smackdown in the series. After this, we have Wrestlemania, and that will be the end of it. It's been a great run, and as we found out last week, we came oh so close to getting ourselves in the top position. And here is the ratings war. So, you know, we're about 400,000 behind now. The odds of us actually turning this around are very, very slim. I mean, Raw would have to have a colossal failure of a show for us to get anywhere near the ratings. So, you know, it's not looking really good for us, but hey, you know, we gave it our best. We almost got there in the end, which is cool, and hopefully we can get to second place and hold on to it. So, alright, this week's Smackdown, we're gonna up the ante again. We're gonna put it all on the line. You know, we might as well to try and get this ratings. Ric Flair versus Jeff Hardy in the ladder match for the Cruiserweight Championship. Tag titles are on the line as we have Sandman and Sabu. They're going to take on JTG and Shad. Crime Time. And the Brothers of Destruction are going to team up to take on Brendan and MVP. Table match between King Booker and Batista. That's actually going to be our highlighted match of the episode and our main event. DX versus Rated RKO for one last time. So that is gonna be good, but we're gonna play King Booker and Batista. This is a bit of a rivalry that's been going on for a while now, and the trade of the title back and forth. Of course, Batista won the championship last week in the Fatal 4-Way match, and King Booker is looking to get retribution and win his championship back and become the final champion in the series for the United States Championship. So obviously last episode, and like I said before, we're gonna put it all on the line and try and get a big rating. You know, that's why we're having all these championship matches. We may as well try our best to do everything we can. You know, if you got one last shot, you may as well lay down all the cards you have left in the deck to try and get the win. So that's what we're trying to do here. We had the US title match last week. I know we're doing 2 US title matches in a row, but hey, why not? So the Animal Batista table match, going to defend his championship against King Booker. This one's about to get underway. And these guys have been having a rivalry for quite some time now, and of course King Booker won the championship off Batista, I think at No Way Out, and or maybe before that, but a while back anyways, we'll just say that. But yeah, a bit of a rivalry between these two guys. I've actually enjoyed this little feud that these guys have been having, probably one of the highlights of the series, in my opinion anyways, at least in recent times. And King Booker has Batista up as a fireman's carry. I don't think he's going to get anything from it though, as Batista counters. Oh, and a DDT. Down goes King Booker. Of course, table match. Only way to win is by putting your opponent through a table. Next episode, WrestleMania. And I think it's WrestleMania 23. I think that's right. I'm hoping that's right. So yeah, WrestleMania coming up. And like I said in previous episodes, we'll have 3 matches on that. The Battle Royal, the Triple Threat, and our own standard match, which of course will be for the world title. So yeah, so that's why we haven't had a world title match yet. If you're wondering what's the deal with that, there will be a world title match at WrestleMania. We're saving it for the big show. We may as well. And look, even if we don't win overall, I think we still can be pretty proud of the accomplishment, considering how far we were behind ECW and Raw at one point, and for us to come back and in the end come very close to being first place. You know, we were a couple of episodes away from being first, so that's pretty cool. You know, Raw had a couple lucky episodes in the end of it, and they managed to get the better of us. So, you know, we can't really complain. We had a pretty good run in the end, and like I said, we had a horrible start. And we kind of stuck with the same formula that we did. You know, we wanted to do the segregation of different areas of the card. So the US title being around about that 85 to 90 popularity, and then, you know, distinguishing those guys from the world title guys, the world title guys being 95 plus. And it kind of worked. I mean, it wasn't really many instances where the popularity kind of screwed us over, and guys that we wanted to go for the world title couldn't because there was too many mid-card guys that are too high a popularity rate. There wasn't really many cases of that at all. I think it didn't happen at all. I can't recall. So that was pretty good. Actually, so it's kind of cool to have that kind of system, and you use it for the whole series, and it almost comes through to being successful in the end. I mean, second place is still pretty good, so we're happy with that. But yeah, so we try to stick with the system throughout the whole series, and you know, it's probably something I recommend. Why don't you, if you guys had this game, I would recommend trying something of your own and having that work. And you know, if it pays off, it pays off. So you know, you can obviously try and maybe go a little bit lower, see how well you can do with a popularity standard of probably 70 to 80 to 90, you know, that kind of system, rather than I went from 80 above, so 80 was going to be the lowest. And, you know, we really tried to emphasize the rivalry system, and that's really the key to success in this series. So trying to come up with a lot of unique rivalries is difficult in this game. Obviously, I think one of the reasons that the newer games, to me anyways, are more exciting, and Universe Mode is probably more exciting in some ways, just because it has the storyline elements to it. This game has storylines. You know, you have the David vs. Goliath, Battle of the Giants, you know, Patriot storyline. You have all these storylines, but they actually don't amount to anything. They don't actually matter. So I think that's something that, you know, I'm glad they went and developed that into. But it would have been cool if they had that in this game, like the actual, you could actually have cutscenes and things like that happen. Really, if they had that in this game, GM mode honestly would be perfect. This game would be fucking awesome. It is awesome already, but it would take it over the top, you know, from being already amazing to, you know, perfection. So there's a couple of things that are missing. Obviously, we've talked about it many times, but obviously the rating system in this game is messed up. The 5-star rating system is messed up. But overall, like I've said in the past, this game is fun, and this series is a lot of fun to do. And I've been getting a lot of questions, even though I've answered in recent times, you know, what's the deal, what's the future, am I going to do another series? I'm not going to do Season 2 of 2008. I'm going to try and get myself a PS2 and do 07 in the future. Probably 06 I would do first, because 06 to me has a better roster. I don't know, what do you guys think? 07 or 06, what's a better roster? You know, the first game I did play was 2006 GM mode, and I just remember having Angle, Benoit, I think Jericho was on it, Big Show, Batista, Eddie, all these great names on the game. It was really, really good. That roster was awesome, and it had a lot of shit people on it too. Trust me, it had a lot of people who you probably don't even remember their name on it as well. Especially some divas, man. I can't even recall some of them. I have them in my head, but I don't know their actual names. But yeah, it had a lot of shitty names on the roster, but in the end, it was a pretty good roster overall. So I think I probably would prefer that roster. But 2007, I think, was a much better version of GM mode. Obviously, an extra year to develop it. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I'd do GM mode 2006 first. And then if I'm enjoying GM mode still, and I've still got a lot left in the tank in terms of GM mode, maybe I'll do 2007. But a lot of you guys have been requesting that I do the old Smackdown games before I get to another GM mode series as well. So I'll have to wait and see. Batista's got him up for the Batista bomb through the table. Lights out, knockout. King Book is done. Batista retains his championship in the final Smackdown episode. So that'll be Batista's final title defense, and it is a damn good one. He beat Booker T pretty comfortably. A beautiful Batista bomb through the table, so it was a nice way to finish it and close out Smackdown for the series. There you go. Batista is our victor, and Batista is our US champion in the final episode of Smackdown. One more title defense to go, and that'll be for our World Heavyweight Champion, Edge, and that will be at WrestleMania. So Ric Flair, he is the Cruiserweight Champion after all. He finally won it. He beat Jeff Hardy for it. Crime Time are also the Tag Team Champions. So a couple of title changes on the show. Brothers of Destruction defeat Brendan and MVP. And DX, they get the one-up on Rated RKO in the end. So there you go. That's pretty much all she wrote for SmackDown, ladies and gentlemen. So we'll have a quick look at the ratings. Raw, 5-star rated show. Are you kidding me? Man, that's making it hard. ECW, 4.5 star. How did we go? We got 4 stars. So, oh man, oh boy. Whew. I don't know how though. Look how many 4.5 star matches we had. Are you kidding me? We had a great show, yet apparently we had 4 stars. Are you kidding me? Oh my god. We've had some injuries as well. Book is done. Ric Flair's about ready to retire. He's had enough. And JBL, I forgot how to send an email. So, I don't know, man. This is it's crazy. It's all happening right now. Ah, well. Yeah, what is that? JB, what the hell are you doing? I don't know. But, that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. That's pretty much the series. We've got one more episode to go. We've got a couple of contracts we have to renew, just in case we might get bullshitted and they won't want to work Wrestlemania and we only have 2 guys on the card that we can use. We better make sure we sign these contracts just in case. Man, I still can't believe it. Raw 5-star show. We needed them to get like 3.5 star or 3-star show for us to overtake them. And okay, now our rivalries are all gone as well. So WrestleMania is here, and the game has decided all our rivalries are now gone. Lovely. Just lovely. It's just amazing. Thank you game, for screwing me over. We had one more episode to go. Couldn't you keep working for one more episode? Apparently not. But it's the big day. WrestleMania time. We still came 2nd place in the end. Even though we had a bad finish, we still came 2nd place. So all is good. One more to go. It's going to be WrestleMania 23, guys. Don't miss it. It's coming up real soon. Make sure you leave a like on this video to see more GM mode coming up real soon. And I hope you guys did enjoy it. If you did, please hit the subscribe button as well to show your support for the channel. Guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you all in the final episode.